Hey, folks, and welcome to the Rose Bowl as we go back to January 20th of 1980 and we play the championship game of the 1979-80 football season. In my replay, it was the Miami Dolphins getting to the finals against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And yeah, so that is our matchup today. I'm just checking the stream to see if we are indeed live on this one. So give me 1 second. And yeah, I believe we are. Just got to check my sound. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. We should be good to go. I like to check that when I go live. But yeah, we are here at the Rose Bowl. And it's Miami, Tampa Bay. And let's see how we got here, shall we? So I'm going to take off the webcam, and that should bring up our scoreboard. Okay, so if we look at the wild card round, hopefully you'll see these scores here. Yeah, here we go. So it's the wild card round. It was Houston over Denver, 29-22. And then it was Chicago over Philadelphia, 26-13. Now, that Chicago-Philadelphia game, that was different from what actually happened. As you remember, Philadelphia actually won that game. So continuing on with my replay scores, in the divisional round, Tampa Bay hosted the LA Rams, and boy, did they give them a creaming, 30-3, Tampa Bay over LA. Over in Dallas, it was a last-minute drive by Staubach and the Cowboys that got them over Chicago as they would advance to the conference finals. Miami pulling the upset in Pittsburgh, 26-16. And then it was Houston over San Diego, 37-30. Then in the conference finals, we had a couple of upsets. Again, it was Tampa Bay knocking off Dallas 20-12. And Miami over Houston, 22-13. And I urge you to go back and check out on my channel some of these games, specifically the Tampa Bay-Dallas game and the Miami-Houston game. Those two games were absolutely fantastic. See if I can get my webcam back on now and get ready for the game. Again, I got my... it's not as good as quality as was before the iPad, so we're going to wing it the best we can. So again, we got Miami, and I got the Miami Felton, the Miami fans all lined up over here. Tampa Bay, I got Tampa Bay and all their fans lined up over here. Miami will be using the teal and the white dice, while Tampa Bay will be using the white with the orange. Now, if we look here, you can't really see it too well. 11-26 for Miami, only 11-22. So Miami is heavily favored in this game. And later on this week, over on Retro Sports Network, we are going to run this exact game using Action PC Football to see what would happen on the computer. So we're getting ready. The fanfare has died down. The planes have flown overhead. The anthem has been sung. And we are ready for the finals from the Rose Bowl here as we finish out my 1979 project. And I see we got a couple of people in the chat room already. The OG, thanks for coming in. He's got a fake bet on Miami in this one. That is not too bad of a bet considering everything that's going on. And let's see. And Retro Sports Network's also in the chat. So here we go. Hopefully you can see everything here. I'm off to an angle, but I'll do my best. Again, it's all TV production here, that's right. So it's Miami and Tampa Bay, and here is the coin flip. And this is a 3 and a 1, and Tampa Bay will start with the ball first. So Tampa Bay with the opening possession. Here we go. It's Doug Williams under center. He's got, what was it, Ricky Bell and Eckwood in the backfield. Williams rolls a 55, and that is going to not be a good drive for Tampa Bay at all. And a 41, and they are intercepted. So Miami with a big play on a 41. That is an interception. So that is a turnover. So it's our first turnover of the game for Tampa Bay. And let's see, can Miami run back an interception? No, they cannot. Miami cannot run back the interception, but they do have terrific field position to start this championship game. Bob Greasy, he's got Moore and Harris split wide, looking to stick the knife in early on these underdog Buccaneers. Greasy takes the snap, and he drives it down the field. It's third down. They're right on the goal line. Greasy knocking on the door. And he flips it off to the left side, and Moore hauls that in. That is a touchdown, Miami. So just like that, Miami goes in front here, the favorites. So Miami, a touchdown pass. And they lead this one 6-0 off the turnover. Here we go for the extra point, 11-63, and that is good. So Miami, just like that, they go up 7-0 over Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay does not have a kick return, so we're just going to get right into it. So the Buccaneers, with their second possession in this game, now trail 7-0 here in the title game. Williams throws a 51. It's a third down right now. And they're going to settle for a field goal try, and the kick is no good. The field goal from 53 yards is no good. So we got a field goal miss from 53 yards, and Miami takes over. So we're down to about 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Miami with their second possession. They got a touchdown pass on their first one, and they lead this one. Sports Time Machine is at the stadium today. He's wiggling his way down to the front row. And I don't know who he's cheering on, folks. He actually has a Mets shirt on. I don't know what's up with that. So, Greasy, under center, Buccaneers defense will hold, though. And they will hold them to a punt with a 62. So, Miami cannot cash in, and they will punt this away. Oh, by the way, we are using game-winning drive for this game today. I picked it up at Downey Games. I'm having an absolute blast playing this game here. Okay, so Tampa Bay, it's Williams again, trying to get the Bucs back in this one. They trail by 7. And that is a 24. Just missed. Third down, they just missed on that play. And he's picked off again, a 42. Intercepted. That's twice now. That's 2 interceptions. That's 2 turnovers for the Buccaneers. And that ends the first quarter. So just like that, Miami is in business again, leading 7-0. Holy smokes. Oh, the kicker is, for Miami, is Von Schaman. And for Tampa Bay, O'Donohue. Those who are our kickers. So we're going to reset this. We're going to go to the second quarter. And Miami in terrific position here as we begin the second quarter. They come off the interception, so they have a really good chance of scoring again. Greasy under center. He's got Zonka behind him. A 63. No, the Buccaneer defense solid after that turnover. And it's a 13, and that is a fumble. It's a fumble for Miami. So Miami fumbles. They have a turnover of their own. Tampa Bay does have a small chance to run this back, so we're going to kick the clock down here 3 minutes. Tampa Bay scoops up the fumble, and that goes nowhere, but they get the ball in terrific field position. So Tampa Bay comes out here in the second quarter with a great chance to try to tie this one up. They're in Miami territory. RF is at the stadium. He just got his popcorn and his pretzel. He's sitting down here. And he likes to set up, and it's not quite as good as my iPad recorded setup, but for live streaming, it's the best I could do tonight. But thank you so much for coming in. So Tampa Bay now with the advantage, 11-32 for Williams, and it's a 62. Miami defense is really, really tough tonight on Williams. 35, and this is picked off for a third time. The third interception of the game for Miami. And they take over. And Doug Williams has thrown 3 interceptions in this one for Tampa Bay. Not a good start here for the Buccaneers. So we count it down to about 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Again, this is the championship game coming to you from the Rose Bowl, January 20th, 1980. And this is my playthrough. So 11-36 now. Greasy looking to tack on some points. No, Tampa Bay defense with that 63 coming up huge on that third down play, and they force a punt. So Miami is forced to punt this away. So now we're down to about 6 minutes to go in the half. A very fast-moving championship game here. It does look good live. Thank you so much. It's got a funky setup. I should take a picture of this setup. It's really messed up. Oh, my Sports Network there. My extension arm came in for my microphone, by the way, and that's what I'm using tonight. I'll take a picture before we go. Tampa Bay now down by 7. They got 3 turnovers in this game. Williams has been intercepted 3 times, and now here comes Tampa Bay. And a good-looking drive. They drive it in deep into Dolphin territory. And they will have to settle for the field goal by rolling a 33. But Tampa Bay gets on the board here in the championship game. That is a 36-yard field goal for O'Donohue. And Tampa Bay is on the board. Oh, that's 3-7. Sorry about that. 3-7. 7-3 our score. Miami is going to get the ball back here in the dying moments of the first half. Greasy under center right now. This seems to be a good game for both. This is a very fast-playing game. Once you get the numbers in the setup, it takes a little bit to learn the setup, okay? But I can actually set this up now in 2 to 3 minutes, and I can play a game in 5 or 6 minutes. When I stream a game and I broadcast it, it's 17 minutes to do a game. And you don't get a lot of personal stats, but again, it is fun. So it's the end of the second quarter now. Last second drive here for Miami. And 65, no, Tampa Bay defense holds. A 51 is a punt, and so Miami punts this away. They down the ball, and that will be the end of the first half. Very, very low-scoring championship game here at the Rose Bowl. So Miami cashes in with 7 points in the first, Tampa Bay with 3 in the second, and that's where we are right now. And I don't know if I have a halftime show. I might. Hang on one sec. So we do have a small halftime show for you today as we have our little singers out here. And they're going to do a little dance out here for you and jump up and down and up with people. It's 1980. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the second half. Okay, now that the halftime show is out of the way, we will go to quarter number 3. And it's going to be Miami with the ball first. They lead this 7-3. Recap the scoring. It was a touchdown pass on their first drive from Greasy to Moore. Got them up 7-0. Then O'Donohue with a 36 yards field goal towards the end of the first half got Tampa Bay on the board. Our Red Sox fans at the stadium. He's our Red Sox fan, by the way, sitting right behind Bob Uecker, just so you know where he's sitting. But he liked the halftime show, by the way. Okay, Miami kicking things off here in the second half. It's Greasy. A good-looking drive for Miami. They are deep in Tampa territory. And they will have to settle for the field goal. Tampa defense, they hold, and they're going to keep Miami to a 32-yard field goal. And Miami, though, goes up 10-3 here to start the third quarter. A good-looking drive, but Tampa's defense stopped them on that third down play and held them to the field goal. So Williams comes out now. He's got Giles split to the left as they try to get back into this game, trailing 10-3. No, they just missed. He just overthrew his man on the left side. And a 44 is his 4th interception here in the championship game. Miami picks it off for a 4th time. So that is an interception. And Miami with terrific field position again. And I can't believe that they are not winning this game by any more than they are, considering the amount of turnovers we've had in this championship game. 4, count them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 interceptions for the Miami defense in this game. Greasy working with the short field one more time. No, the defense comes up absolutely huge for Tampa Bay on this possession. In fact, they force a fumble. They fumble. Miami fumbles the ball, and Tampa Bay gets it back without giving up any points. In fact, they have a small percentage to return this fumble, 11-13, and no, that is a 41. So Tampa Bay back in business here in the third quarter, still trailing 10-3. It has been a game full of turnovers here. So I'm not sure what the weather is today. It looks to be sunny. It doesn't look to have any problems out there, but the teams have combined, isn't it? So let's mark this over here. We've had 6 turnovers in this game. That is unprecedented. And going back to the chat room here, it is, let's see, what it is each team, you can see each team, there's 10 drives and a half. So each team gets 5 and they alternate. It's basically how it works out. So that's how the game works. It's drive by drive. It's called game-winning drive, and it does go drive by drive, and it goes pretty quick too. So about 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Tampa Bay still only 3 points on the board in this one, and they're not going to get any more on this drive. And a 14 is a punt, so they did not turn it over this time. Miami gets the ball back. And, the Miami does have a punt return here, so I might have messed up over here. They call the fair catch on the other one. So Miami has a chance to return this punt. I don't know if Tampa Bay's even punted in this game, to tell you the truth. So Miami with a chance to return this punt, and they do! He goes down the sidelines untouched, and Miami tacks on 6 more with the punt return for the TDs. That's a punt return TD for the Dolphins, and it's 16-3 as the third quarter expires here at the Rose Bowl. Holy smokes, what a turn of events here for Tampa Bay. They couldn't move the ball after the fumble. They punted it back, and it's run back for a score. The extra point is good. And so, as we head to the fourth quarter, Miami is in complete control of this one, 17-3. Doug Williams now needs to find some magic. They've had no offense in this game, save for that stray 36-yard field goal toward the end of the first half. He needs to get Tampa Bay going here if they have any chance. He's under center now, and no! Miami defense is just too good on this day. And they will punt it back. So Tampa Bay with a punt. Let's check to see if they can return this punt. They returned the last one for a kick. He receives it, and this time, no, a 22 is no. So Miami is just going to get the ball back. Time tick away here in this championship game. We got a packed house here. It is the third of the postseason, at least in my replay. Yes, it is Sports Time Machine. It is crazy right now. And stay tuned later, 4 o'clock today, about an hour from now. Retro Sports Network has some more baseball on his channel. And then later on tonight, I think we might be having a little recap of my playthrough here, as well as an official review of Downey games. So stay tuned later today. We have plenty of live coverage coming up in the community. So now it's Miami with the ball, just trying to grind out the clock. Another score would probably end this game. No, Tampa Bay defense says, no, we are not going quietly into the night. It's a 32. Miami will punt this back to Tampa Bay. Now it's do or die time right now for Tampa. They only got a couple of possessions left. About 9 minutes to play in the championship game. Williams sends everybody out wide. They got to get something going here. And no, they cannot convert. The Miami defense holding them, and they will kick this away with a punt. So not much choice here for Williams. It was third and really long. Miami, whoa, 53 as the ball went out of the field there, and so did the receiver. They do not return that. It is now down to 6 minutes to play in the championship game. 17-3 our score. Miami with the ball. All they got to do is sit on it here. Nothing crazy. Greasy goes down the field. Tampa defense holds one more time. And this is a 23 on the roll. Oh, almost a fumble. It's a punt, though. I think Tampa Bay is going to run out of time. They need to score, get the onside, and score again. 3 minutes to play. It's do or die time. Miami defense has been stingy so far. The crowd is anticipating a Miami win. The fans are going crazy. Look at them going crazy over there. They're going nuts on the Miami sideline. Williams leads out the Buccaneers. It's their last possession. They need to score, get an onside, and score again. That's the only way they can do this. And a 26, it's no! The Miami defense stands tall, holds them on fourth down. It's considered a punt, and that will do it. The Miami Dolphins are your champions. Oops, sorry, Miami. The Miami Dolphins are your champions here in my first ever game-winning drive playthrough. 17-3 is our final score. There was no scoring in that fourth. It was all punts. And that will wrap things up. I have the Stanley Cup trophy, but that would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? So Miami is your winners in my 1979-80 playoff playthrough. And again, let's just take a look at how we got there. If we go back to our scoreboard, we could add on the final score. So Miami, okay, there we are. Miami defeated Pittsburgh on the road. Then they beat Houston. And then today, they defeat Tampa Bay here in the championship game. So I hope everybody had a good time following along here with my 79 playthrough on game-winning drive. I got to figure out what season I might want to do next. I had a good time with this one here. I got to find another fun season to play through, but it was fun getting my Bucks to the finals, even though they lost 17-3. So anyway, I'm Dave. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Again, stay tuned. About an hour from now, head over to Retro Sports Network and check out his baseball game. And then a little later, probably after supper, myself and Ron are going to sit down and probably recap what happened here today, what happened in the series, and talk a little bit more about game-winning drive. So to everybody that tuned in, thank you so much. Sports Time Machine, RF, thanks for coming in. Al Red Sox fan, who's sitting behind Bob Uecker up in the first row. Retro Sports Network, Ron, and the OG was in as well. And I hope I got everybody. There's a couple other people that stopped in real quick that I didn't catch here. The chat went really fast. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will talk to everybody later. Have a good night.